Let us all welcome the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, Vice President Sara Z. Duterte.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Thank you for your invitation. Ladies and gentlemen, assalamualaikum. Madayaw, maayong buntag, kaninyong tanan, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong imbitasyon sa akin na dumalo sa inyong annual congress dito sa syudad ng Iloilo. I am truly happy to be with you here this morning. Bago ko po ibigay yung aking message para po sa inyong Annual National Congress, allow me to insert very short lang na political thank you. Unang-una po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyong imbitasyon dahil nabigyan ko ako ng pagkakataon na makasama kayo ngayong umaga na ito at makapagpasalamat sa inyong lahat sa tulong ninyo sa aking kampanya at eleksyon noong nakaraang May 2022. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. At pangalawa po ay ang pagpapasalamat ni Pangulong Marcos sa inyong lahat sa kanyang pagkapanalo at sa inyong suporta sa kanyang administrasyon ngayon. Pinapaabot po niya ang kanyang heartfelt gratitude sa inyong lahat. At pangatlo at panghuli po ay ang pagpapasalamat ng aming pamilya, ang pamilya Duterte, sa oportunidad na ibinibigay ninyo sa aming pamilya at sa 6 na taon na suporta ninyo sa administrasyon ni Pangulong Duterte. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Congratulations to the Philippine Librarians Association Incorporated, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, and the National Library of the Philippines for their success of your Annual National Congress 2022. I am honored to be invited by one of the oldest library associations in Southeast Asia and the world. Some say that physical books are already a thing of the past and that brick and mortar libraries are now relegated to storage areas of ancient knowledge. I beg to disagree. While the digital era has drastically changed our reading habits and increased our preferences for paper-based reading materials, the likelihood of gathering unverified data has also increased. Many of us present in these halls learned to love reading because there were librarians who understood our specific information needs and ushered us into finding the books that we needed. We developed some of our most fundamental socio-emotional skills through reading children's stories. We became the characters of the books we were reading. We journeyed with them, felt their frustration, their sadness, their grief. We learned history. We dreamed with the pages that we read. And down to the last page, we waited for the triumphs, the happy endings, and the learnings. Gusto ko lang po i-share sa inyong lahat ang naikwento ko rin po doon sa celebration natin sa ating National Library na experience po ng City of Davao. Noong ako po ay mayor, nanalo po ang Davao City na Best Library. Nakailang beses po? Ilang beses Yes, 3 times national and 1 international award for Davao Library. And ang exposure ko lang naman, mahilig ako magbasa. That is how I learned English. Dahil yung nanay ko mahilig magbasa ng pocketbooks, nakuha ko yon sa mama ko. So ang aking lang exposure sa mga libraries ay yung panahon ko, yung nangihiram kami sa bookworm club. And of course, yung libraries ng aking mga paaralan, from grade school to high school to college to law school, yan lang yung exposure ko sa mga books and libraries. So nung nanalo ang City Government of Davao ng mga awards, binisita ko yung aming library. And nung nakita ko, nagulat ako. Sabi ko, ito yung nanalo ng best. There was nothing. Sorry, Mami. There really was nothing. It was not your fault. There was really nothing doon sa loob ng aming library. And ako yung parang, naisip ko parang nakakahiya na mananalo kami for best library. Tapos ganito. And then naisip ko, kung nanalo ito, ibig sabihin, the others are worse than what I am seeing. So I said to myself, well, at that time, meron pa akong mga ibang projects pa na mga priorities. Of course, ang LGUs natin, ang local government units natin, ang daming problema. Una na, ang relationship ng infrastructure and disasters and emergencies, ang social services, ang health services, laging nahuhuli. Yung mga libraries, mga parks, mga children's playgrounds, laging nahuhuli yon sa budget. And kapag ubos na lahat, hindi na yun nabibigyan ng budget. Hindi na siya nagiging priority for this year. So, antay na naman tayo ng sa susunod na taon. So, when I was mayor, nakita ko, sabi ko, ayoko manalo na ganito ang library. Na pag pumunta yung mga tao, ito ba yung best? Tapos nakikita nila na, but this is not a library. So naisip ko, one day, kapag meron extra money ang City Government of Davao, I will set it aside and build the proper library. Na kapag nanalo kami, sasabihin namin, this is the best library in the Philippines right now. So, it must have been providential dahil hindi ko naman alam na hindi matatapos ang aking target na 9 years as 9 consecutive years as City Mayor of Davao City. So, nung pagbalik ko, noong 2016, sabi ko, kung lagi ko, as Mayor, kung lagi kong ipagpalibag for next year ang library na I dream for Davao City, hindi ito magagawa. So noong 2016, nabigyan ako ng opportunity na bumalik. Sabi ko sa team, sa administration, sabi ko, dahan-dahanin natin. Every year, lagyan natin ng pondo ang paggawa ng library natin. At naghanap kami ng partner. Nakita namin ang PAGCOR, sabi namin sa PAGCOR, one of your mandates is education, support to education. So please, lahat ng budget nyo for Davao City, pwede ba natin ilagay dito sa library na ito? And we did. We invested every year sa library, and I would like to invite everyone to visit Davao City because this library, our 5-story building right now, is something that the Philippines can be be proud of pag sinabing this is the best library right now in our country. Unfortunately, dahil nga nagbago ang hangin ng aking political career, hindi ko na naabutan, na nabuksan at na-inaugurate ang aming bagong library. Pero ngayon, meron nang lumalapit sa akin na mga hindi mga tiga Davao City, ang sinasabi nila, napuntahan namin ang library ninyo. And nagustuhan namin ang mga nakita namin sa library ninyo. In fact, ang aming library has been very well thought of ng mga designers because we wanted to showcase it for Davao City, not only as an education and information center, but as a tourist attraction for Davao City. Meron kaming space for people to relax. Tinanong ko sila, bakit kayo naglalagay ng garden at coffee shop sa rooftop ng ating library? Sabi ko, why not put there instead a storage dahil napakarami ng storage requirements natin. And yung mga nag-design, nag-conceptualize ng aming library, sabi nila ganito, kapag daw tayo nasa loob ng library, there comes a point na gusto na natin makipagkwentuhan sa katabi natin. Kaya nga daw, di ba, lagi sa library natin merong silence, please. Dahil ang human nature daw ng tao, after a period of reading, ay maghahanap ng kakwentuhan. Maghahanap ng break. Yun ang sabi nila ang importance ng coffee shop at ng garden doon sa rooftop ng library namin. Para daw, hindi na kami naglalagay ng kapangit-pangit na sulat na silence, please. Kasi alam na ng mga tao, if I want to talk, if I want to take a break, I will go up to the coffee shop, I will go up to the garden, and take a break. Ganyan po ang investment namin sa aming Davao City Library. And we hope that one day, kapag napadaan po kayo sa Davao City o sa mga kapitbahay namin ng mga lugar sa Mindanao, ay bumisita po kayo sa Davao City Library para po kapag nanalo tayo ng isang international award, naging proud po tayo as a Filipino that this library in Mindanao, in Davao City, won an international award because it deserves the award. Yan po ang sharing namin sa inyong lahat about our experience in Davao City. And of course, I just want to make special mention kay Ma'am Bing Alahar. Many of you know her. And she was the one who inspired me to dream of that library, to make sure that that library is given enough resources so that it can be used by the Baweños. Kasi kung hindi siya nanalo ng Best Library, I would never have visited siguro our Davao City Library, and I would never have had so yung nakakahiya namin na library noon. Na naisip ko talaga, sabi ko sa sarili ko, it must be really worse in terms of libraries in the Philippines. And our librarians in the Philippines, you will always have a friend in the office of the Vice President because I believe in your contribution to education of our country, not just to our learners, but even to our adults. Lahat ng ating mga residents, lahat ng ating mga kababayan, they deserve libraries everywhere they go, in every city or municipality they visit. During my recent meeting with US Vice President Kamala Harris, one of the many things that we discussed include the challenges that we are facing at the Department of Education, particularly the impact of COVID-19 to the learning progress of our children. I also briefed her about our efforts through the K-12 program to ensure that our senior high school graduates are equipped with the right knowledge and skills that make them employment ready. But one of the crucial learning losses that the Department of Education wants to remedy is reading. Both parents and teachers play unassailable roles in the success of our campaign to ensure that our learners are able to read and understand what they are reading. Reading books and accessing correct information from proper, dependable, credible sources improves our young learners' capacity to navigate life's ups and downs and gives them a greater understanding of what is happening in the world. This experience complements the lessons they get from their basic education, enabling them to be well-informed and, in the end, allowing them to make informed choices and the right decisions. These informed choices and right life decisions may include resisting the lures of drug abuse and being able to discern the deceitful ways of recruitment of the NPAs and of terrorists. We do not want our society's enemies to win over our decent, honest, hardworking citizens, our learners, our children. We cannot let them take away our country's hope and bright future. Just as we do not want fake news, confirmation bias, and conspiracy theories to infiltrate our communities and create false beliefs in our people, especially our children. Every peace-loving Filipino should aggressively help the government in its pursuit to protect Filipino children from drugs, from the NPA, from pornography, from fake news, from disinformation, from recruitment into violent extremism. At syempre, malaki ang papel ng ating mga librarians. The goal of developing children, reading competency, and molding them into productive, responsible, and mentally healthy citizens does not rest on schools and teachers alone. We need a whole-of-society approach to help our children improve their reading proficiency. We all come from a generation, most of us come from a generation na ang librarian ay stern, na kapatid siya ng principal na laging nakaganyan. Dahil maingay ang mga bata, dahil ginugulo nila ang library. But this generation of children, they are not like us anymore. So dapat hindi na tayo nakaganon. We should be smiling. We should sit beside them and tell them, bakit kailangan natin magbasa? Bakit kailangan mo matuto? Hindi na yung generation natin na nakaupo ka doon at pinapagalitan ka lagi, huwag ka maingay. Mag-aral kayo dyan. Bagsak-bagsak na kayo. We should also evolve with our clients and our learners. And the Davao City story of the library, the Davao City Public Library and Information Center was built on the idea of maintaining a literate and informed society. Yung aming Davao City Library, kung napapansin ninyo, ang pangalan niya ay may nakalagay na Information Center. Dahil napansin din namin doon sa Davao City, especially highlighted during the COVID-19 pandemic, na nahihirapan ang mga tao maghanap ng correct information. Ang nangyayari sa kanila, naghanap sila sa social media. Sabi ni ganito, post ni ganyan, minasa-pasa sa mga group chat namin. And so, one of the features of the Davao City Library na hindi ko na rin inabutan pero ginawa namin ang plano is a call center kung saan pwede tumawag ang mga tao para magtanong ng information. Pwede silang mag-text doon sa call center para magtanong at makakuha ng tamang information. It has served as a knowledge hub for Davaoenos where people from all walks of life can come and go and speak with respect and nostalgia about how it has responded to the lifestyle changes of the Davaoenos. And we envision this for our library. The same is true for Iloilo City's public library. With bigger, more modernized facilities, our public libraries have evolved from a quiet and quaint repository of books into a dynamic destination center, continually promoting social cohesion, equal opportunities for personal development, and free education, and initiators of public events for local and national development. Alam niyo po, sa mga syudad, lagi po merong competition dahil meron po mga ratings ang ating DTI, ang ating DILG sa performance ng mga syudad. And Iloilo City is always the city na we benchmark, Davao City benchmarks our projects and programs because Iloilo City is one of the top performing and most awarded cities in the Philippines. Sabi ko nga, kailangan hindi na lang libro at librarian ang nasa loob ng library. Meron din tayong breakout room, meron din tayong call center, meron din tayong digital room, at marami pang iba na kailangan idagdag natin sa library so that our libraries evolve with the needs and the wants of our learners. For how else can we ask them to come in if they are not interested in what is inside the library? By modernizing our libraries, we have elevated the tasks of today's librarians. Our librarians are no longer just gatekeeping books and other traditional sources of knowledge. They now serve as information managers and knowledge managers using today's technological advances. It is high time for our public libraries to go beyond the role of lending books, while the quiet and calm environment of a library makes it a haven to develop our creativity, imagination, and independent thinking. We also need to reinvent and extend services to children and youth from low-income families for whom reading books is a luxury. But there is hope by deploying mobile libraries. Children and youth in far-flung communities can access the services of libraries and read books in the comfort of their community centers. With over 7,000 islands, I am glad that many organizations, not just our local government units and the departments of education, have launched their own mobile libraries. There is Lakbay Alalay in Tarlac, the Library Van Caravan in Ilocos Norte, and the mobile libraries of Davao City, Isabela City, Basilan, and Lanao del Norte. May our librarians be up to the task of supplementing school-based interventions by getting out of their comfort zones to help a new generation of Filipinos learn to love reading. But before that, to memorize the Dewey Decimal System. Shukran, magabong din na salamat, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Vice President Sara. Now we know that we have an ally for the progress of the librarianship field, and we hope for more support to all libraries in the Philippines. So now we'll have our photo opportunity by selected batches. So first we have the steering committee.
Pwede mo di